anything you lose by speaking your truth isn't a loss. It's an alignment. I saw that yesterday as a meme and shared it on my Instagram story because it rang true for me as fact that it is not a loss. Anything I might perceive as a loss through the definition that we use as loss is not loss. It is alignment. So I want to touch on this for a moment and the idea of relationships. Again, I know through my own experience that when I utter my truth, when I begin to speak my truth, I create change in the outside world. I create change within the relationship of whoever it is I'm speaking my truth to. My truth changes the molecules of the relationship. It changes the direction of the relationship. Now, a lot of times, most times, all the time, before I became consciously aware of it, I wouldn't speak my truth, not all the times, because there's different reasons why I won't speak my truth, but in the relationships that dissolved, I wasn't speaking my truth because I thought I needed that person in my life. And I was telling myself stories of, this person needs to be a friend of mine. This, of course, is rooted in my childhood conditioning and my childhood wounds and my childhood trauma, where it was important to me. My inner child held value on keeping relationships, even though I wasn't fully being me and I wasn't speaking my truth. I was afraid of losing people, so I would remain silent. I wouldn't say what I really wanted to say, and I would do everything I could to please the other person. When I began to speak my truth, my relationships began to change. Some of them dissolved. So we could look at that as a loss. I lost a relationship. But I want you to try to see this from an alignment perspective, especially when you bring in the idea of trust. Trusting that when you are yourself, when you are more of you, when you can tap in and know your truths and then share those truths in a direct, honest, and loving way, the things and the people that are supposed to be in your life, that are in alignment with who you really are and where you're going on your journey of self-realization, will remain. But there's also that trust that if a relationship dissolves, it's supposed to dissolve and that you are still okay to keep moving forward. Trusting in yourself, that when you express what you're thinking, how you're feeling, what you're sensing, when you communicate your thoughts, your feelings, your experience, your values, when you can let someone know how their actions affected you, when you can be vulnerable with someone who's really important to you, and you need to be vulnerable and speak honestly with them. There's that need to trust that the people and the places and the things that are in alignment with your journey will remain or they will show up. And also trust that any of those relationships that dissolve, that do not endure, are supposed to, because they are not in alignment with who you prefer to be and where you are going. So trusting that any loss or anything that you lose by speaking your truth is not a loss. It's alignment. So are you a woman who is ready to cultivate that confidence and that courage to speak up and advocate for yourself? Are you a woman who is ready to be flexible, soft, and undefended, and approach the people in your life, the most important people in your life, with calmness and honesty and expressing who you are? Because there are two sides of this coin, and I've talked about this before. There are the women who are looking to grow, cultivate, develop more masculine energy so that they can speak out, speak up, advocate for themselves. But then there are the women who have no problem speaking out, can be more aggressive, fiercely defending their sovereignty, that are looking to soften and to become undefended and approach their relationships more calmly. So they're looking to allow that feminine to rise within them. So some women are looking to have that masculine rise within them so they can be more bold. And then some women are looking to have that feminine rise within them so they can be more fluid and flowing and compassionate. It's all alignment. Remember that. If you are a woman who is thinking about starting a practice of speaking your truth, or you've just begun, or maybe you're already into a practice, it's just part of who you are now, to remind yourself to trust that no matter what happens in the outside world, that you are coming into alignment with who you really are. And whatever is in your life as you speak your truth is in alignment with where you are going on your journey. Shine your light. Shine your light of truth. Shine your light of authenticity.